guys talk about those things for you. Movies over my hammy. Movies over my hammy. Wait, what's the show?
Welcome to another episode of Movies Over My Hammy. This is a podcast where we watch a movie or listen to something or experience something, and then we compare it to its fast food or fast casual or gas station related tie-in product. I'm here, I'm Adam, and I'm here every fucking week doing this with my good buddy,
Andrew. I'm the good buddy.
Andrew, the good buddy. Andy, he's Andy Asbear right now for people who aren't subscribed to the video.
Yeah,
I like acting like there is video out there. Like, how do I subscribe to the video? We get our first email. How do I subscribe to
first email is how do I give you money?
No. We've actually gotten hundreds of emails, I promise. At least I assume. Yeah. I don't look at the email, but that's Andrew's thing. But
I had to stop because it was actually thousands and thousands.
So every week we open up the cage, the fighting cage, and inside the cage we put a piece of media and we put its related tie-in product. And if there is no tie-in, we compare it to a Moons Over My Hammy sandwich from Denny's. You probably thought that was related somehow in the fucking title of the movie or of the show, the podcast. And sometimes we get esoteric with it, like we'll compare the movie Twixt, the dog shit film by a dying director, to a Twix candy bar. And I think that's a pretty concise little introduction to the pod.
Yep, that's what we do.
Do we even need to do that? Like, when do we get to stop doing that? Like,
I mean, I think we go really in depth with it. And I think that's because the premise of our show is kind of stupid.
We're self-conscious. Maybe we're self-conscious. Like that intro is...
My penis isn't little. It's just really cold in here. And I was in cold water. And I'm very... I'm a grower, not a shower. And
no, you went right to that. Like, I'm not a big penis-sized carer about her guy. Like, I'm not into it. But it's just funny that the first... It's cool. No, we'll cover that in the future. But yeah, because
we're going to do penis measuring on the podcast.
Well, when we watch Boogie Nights, like,
have you ever watched? There is a documentary.
Have you ever measured your penis?
Have you? I mean, everybody has, right? No, there's a documentary about this museum in Sweden. I don't know, Norway.
How would I know?
Netherlands. It is a documentary about this museum that has a penis specimen from every organism that has a penis, and this guy's like trying to get his last specimen, which is a human penis, and like he's just trying to like figure out like, hey, who wants to sign on?
That would be the easiest
to donate
one to
their penis.
There's human penises all over the fucking place. That's got to be the
but people don't want to donate them because you have to donate it to be on display at a museum.
Well, but here's the thing: you're dead.
I know, but you can't.
You can look at my rod. Like y'all can view my rod after I'm dead.
You can like just yank your rod.
I'm in hell.
And just
like
put
at
it in a
that point.
museum.
At that point, I'm suffering eternally. All right.
Yeah.
There's no look at my cock. I don't care. I would be more worried about trying to donate the cock, and he's like, like you got to send him pictures beforehand before you die. Yeah. But also, when you started that museum in Sweden that has a penis that I thought you were going to say from every race. I thought you were going to say they've got a penis from every race.
Have like a eugenics penis museum or whatever. Like,
wait, no, whoa! Like they're just documenting. They're not saying anything. They're not pointing out any direction or anything. They're just saying.
Look, we're all more alike than you think.
Yeah, so that's
specifically trying to curate penises that are the exact same size.
And I think maybe I'm just a little self-conscious about it because I'm just like in the intro I'm like, oh, we have value, we're doing something. Oh, this is we're ever so clever. Oh, please listen to us and give us a review. Oh.
But the whole thing is like, you're already listening to us and you should give us a review. 5 stars, please. But whatever, you know.
We got a new one. Got a new review. New review
nice.
dropped.
Hey, stop it.
That cat fucking almost ruined an episode. Like when I got to the
chomping on a cord.
Can you imagine my ears? I'm editing. I get 2 hours into a 2.5 and suddenly there's a just like, I was just like, what the?
If you can't hear that, it's because Adam expertly edited out what he just did.
Right. I was in the zone. I forgot that I was
like, I got to get those sounds out.
But yeah, so then for the last 15 minutes of the If I Had Legs episode, y'all may have heard a little ticking going on. There's not a bomb in Andrew's apartment that's about to blow. His cat clanging a microphone cord. I want to find a way to blame Andrew for that. But boy, that cat is just too sweet. He's holding his cat right now. Again, if you're not subscribing to the video, his cat gives him little smooches on the chin. Oh my God. I wish I could have my cat back here sitting in my lap.
He's so lovely, but also a true menace.
Well, so what are we talking about this week, buddy?
We're talking about this.
We're going to keep this one brief. That's the other thing. We got to keep these tight because Andrew scheduled a 5-hour recording when he had other shit to do.
Yeah, that's me. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the sequel to the hit film Five Nights at Freddy's.
So go back a couple years into the archives of our episodes and you'll hear our first Five Nights at Freddy's episode.
They actually did have a tie-in for that, and I completely forgot where it was from, but they did have one. I think it was worse than this one.
That would be tough because this sucked.
I never got a chance because, again, this was in that spate of these where they just disappeared instantly.
You never even got a chance to get this one, but you've eaten at Popeyes.
I've eaten at Popeyes.
If I recall, there was... I don't even see... Like, I must have made notes. It was so long ago. Like, literally, we ate... Like, I ate this... There it is. Oh, there it is. December 6th. Crazy parm smell from the bag.
Yeah, so a little bit of a teaser. Popeyes is where they did a tie-in. They did... Popeyes announces limited time only Freddy Fazbear Crunch menu to celebrate the release of Blumhouse's Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Let me jump in really quick. And I'm not going to do this all episode because I know we want to keep this a type 90.
It's so brisk.
But why do you think the Five Nights at Freddy's people were like, I wish Showbiz Pizza was bigger than it is? Like, do you think they would have done a tie-in? Because it's a PG-13 movie, right?
Oh, are you? Oh, I mean, Showbiz Pizza's not big at all because it doesn't exist anymore.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly would want to do a tie-in with Chuck E. Cheese or Pasquale's or whatever.
What the fuck is Pasquale's?
So Pasquale's is like...
Again, we got to keep this tight, but tell me everything you've ever known about...
Yeah, this is a sneak peek at my new show on YouTube about mascot deep dives. Pasquale P. Pie Plate is his name, and he is the chef who owns Chuck E. Cheese. And he is the leader of the band, the Munch's Make Believe Band.
So he's the mouse?
No, that's Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Charles Entertainment Cheese. So did you get my joke I was doing while you were talking where it looked like I was frozen?
Doing the freeze frame. Yeah. It's a good joke. And for people not subscribed to the video feed, you're really losing out on these jokes.
So go start a Patreon for us.
Yeah, and someone start a Patreon for us. Please send us the money if you make any.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll split it 3 ways.
Pasquale's, though, is for a moment when the pandemic first started, people were ordering high-end pizza from a place called Pasquale's, and the pizzas were being delivered from Chuck E. Cheese's. And there was a big uproar about, this is crazy. How dare they? They're actually Chuck E. Cheese pizzas. They absolutely were not the first ghost kitchen, but they somehow took the brunt for the concept of ghost kitchens. And I was just like, no, they're a real restaurant that makes pizza.
Well, but here's the thing.
You should be okay with it.
No, imagine this, though. You order from a place called Pasquale's. Let's say you're having a dinner party. You're breaking quarantine. You're having people over. Nobody's wearing masks. You order your fancy...
Yeah, it's May 1st, 2020.
You order...
I'm pissed off. And I just want to hang out with my friend who's just got a little cough.
You're all talking about how the government should do nothing to help us. And
just one check for $1,000, please.
You order... Joe Biden owes me $600, by the way, still. You order your Pasquale's pizza.
Yeah, and then you saying Biden still owes me that check for $600. That's why my vote's going this way.
Yeah, dude. I'm not going to vote for a Democrat again until they give me $600. People talk about a single issue voter. That's me, baby. But
$600.
So you order a fancy pizza for your esteemed guests, and then a goddamn animatronic mouse delivers it. Like, that's fucking embarrassing. You know, you open the door and there's a giant, here's your pizza. You know, I mean, fucking A, dude. Have a little couth, will ya? What are you distracted by? What's going on over there? Got a cat doing stuff?
Yeah, we got the cat, it's a hard-packed catnip ball. And he forgets about it 95% of the time. And then sometimes when I'm recording audio, he's just like, I'm going to slam this hard ball.
Yeah, you certainly want that near the recording stuff, for sure.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's the charm of like an apartment that's one big room.
Yeah, right?
That's kind of the thing.
We'll figure it out, man. We'll get you a second room. We'll make enough money on the podcast someday to get you a little divider.
So,
Popeyes.
I will jump back a moment here and say that I cannot begin to tell you the excitement of me ordering what I thought was a fancy pizza, and then an animatronic figure shows up to my house. Are you kidding me?
Well, yeah, but you're normal.
Big robot mouse walks out of the car.
You're normal. You'd also be wearing a mask and not having people over.
And I'm just like, hey, animatronic, stay 6 feet away. We're distant.
Whenever. That's why you would have the animatronics do it. No, you wouldn't have to worry about that. But
make sure to keep your mouth on. Don't let it fall off like in the film we're talking about.
I mean, shit, every time I order pizza, I hope it's delivered by an animatronic.
I know, that's my deepest desire.
That's why I order pizza. As I'm hearing all of my mouth noises in my ear, just incredibly loud. I hate AI. I will never.
Yeah.
But if somebody told me, hey, for $10 a month, you can subscribe to an app that will remove all of your disgusting mouth noises from your podcast automatically, and it works 99% of the time.
Yeah.
I'm an AI. I'm AI guy now.
You're an AI-apologist.
An AI-apologist. Yeah, so Pasquale was actually the name. So in the lore of Chuck E. Cheese.
So in the lore of Chuck E. Cheese grew up in, I believe it's called Mother Marinera's orphanage.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You're telling us true things that you're going to cover in your podcast or your video series at some point.
Yeah, I don't know how deep I'll go into this one, but they did release like a little booklet on Chuck E. Cheese about his like growing up circumstances. And he grew up in like an orphanage that was called like Mother Marinera's, where his only song that got him like through hanging himself with a pasta noodle or something was,
oh my God,
not that part, but the only song that he liked was Happy Birthday, which he learned to sing, even though he's, a rat, or a mouse. I don't remember what he is. I'll research this.
I like how I say, hey, are you going to cover this on your YouTube series about mascots? And you said, I don't know how deep I'm going to get into this one. Like, do you have other mascots where you know their childhood and that they were an orphan? Like, it feels like this is sort of right up your shit. Like,
it is up my shit. It's not really the angle I'm trying to go with this character specifically, or this situation, because I am focusing on the ghost kitchen aspect of it. And and why they were the Jesus for Ghost Kitchen's sins. And I don't really get it. But Chuck E. Cheese leaves the orphanage and hangs out in a Italian restaurant that's failing called Pasquale's, run by Pasquale. P. Pie Plate is his name. And one night, Pasquale hears Chuck E. Cheese singing Happy Birthday, and he's like, we got to change the name of this restaurant to Chuck E. Cheese and have this mouse singing every day. And they do. And that's the history of Chuck E. Cheese.
So I want to say
that's the true history of Chuck E. Cheese.
So
which started by Nolan Bushnell of Atari fame.
Relates the guy who invented the Atari invented Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah. He wanted to bring Disney to everybody.
Pizza. Have you ever seen the band Captured by Robots?
No.
Oh my God, dude. Like, fucking A, dude. So Captured by, and this is all in episode because it's about animatronics.
I guess this is also kind of impromptu food news because I just taught you about Pasquale P. Pie Plate and Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, do you have food news for this episode?
Yeah, but it's like a bad one.
Okay.
I could do it really quick.
Well, okay. Well, not.
It's not good. Do you want a little bit of food news as a little aperitif?
Food news. Yes. It's a segment. Food news.
Oh, canned pasta water has been announced by Eat Wasted.
Excuse me?
Canned pasta water.
I know you want to do a couple little scoops of pasta water in the sauce.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
A sustainable pasta making company known for producing pasta from bread waste is what Eat Wasted is. Questions are being raised about whether it's meant to be consumed as a beverage or used to enhance pasta dishes. A teaser image was posted by the brand alongside the caption T-7. It's exactly what you think. Don't drain it yet, which confirms that it is indeed pasta water while still leaving room for speculation.
I don't think that's a beverage.
Yeah. Pasta water is currently scheduled to be released on April Fool's Day, so it could be part of a joke. However, even if that turns out to be the case, it could still find a use in the kitchen.
Lots of jokes find a use in the kitchen. Look at fucking bananas, dude. That shit's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and all the devices meant only to cook hot dogs.
Oh, you would use this only to cook hot dogs.
But so then on April 1st, they posted an ad. It said hydration, but make it al dente. You didn't actually think we canned real pasta water, ... right?
I think they need to be funnier.
Steve Harvey image. Oops, April Fools, my bad. Because real pasta water only happens one way. You cook the pasta, salt the water properly, save that liquid gold chefs won't stop talking about, and honestly, the best pasta water comes from pasta that almost got thrown away. Our wasted pasta is made from rescued bread before it becomes food waste. Turns out it works incredibly well for sauces too. Yeah.
Well, anyway, Captured by Robots.
I was using this as a segue into April Fool's products and how do you feel about them? Because,
I think it sucks, but only because one of my closest thing to a viral stand-up bit that I ever had was my joke that I do about April Fool's Day. And so I kind of feel like I've done the only thing anybody needs to do regarding April Fool's Day, and it feels like I kind of put the nail in the coffin on it, and it should have just stopped being a thing after I ripped it up on my record, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, this is what April Fool's was leading to, this 4-minute bit where Adam's a jerk to somebody whose father died. You can find that on my record, Can We Afford This Much Despair? That came out 13 years ago.
Check it out. 13.
Yeah.
It's a vintage.
You can get a CD.
It's just like that time I did a really good Christmas gift, and I was like, they should stop doing Christmas now.
Right? They should stop doing gifts.
Nobody needs them anymore.
Fuck you, Santa. I did it. I figured it out. So Captured by Robots. It's this guy who is an MIT engineering guy who's also like a musician. And he wanted to do a robot band like Chuck E. Cheese or whatever, but it's a real band and they're actually playing the instruments. And so the story is he was captured by these robots, and they put like a gimp mask on him. He's wearing a gimp mask the whole time, and he's their human rock and roll slave. And so
That's pretty good.
So like they have all these different instruments. There's drummer bots, there's horn bots that have like they like have pneumatic. It's all pneumatics and shit, right?
Yeah.
So it's fucking crazy, dude. Multiple guitar bots, singers and stuff. Like it's really good. And he does a themed tour every year. So like he did, like I saw him one year where he did wedding. Like it's like you're at a wedding reception where the robots were hired to play the wedding. So it's like Don't Stop Believing and all these like wedding song covers, but it's him playing it with the robots. And he did a Star Trek tour where they were all dressed like Star Trek characters and they did Star Trek songs. The first time I saw him, it was Work Out with Captured by Robots, and he was like in a fucking workout onesie, and like all the songs were about working out.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It doesn't work on it's the songs are okay. It doesn't really work on a record. You gotta see it and
experience the whole thing.
And when you hear how fucking loud it is too, like he was like they were a real fucking rock and roll band. Like those drums hit really fucking hard.
I'll say the mask that he has made is horrifying.
Yeah, and it gets worse. Like
cool.
It's really, I couldn't even imagine what he did during the pandemic, because that guy made every penny of his life touring little bars and setting up the robots and shit. And and so I would love to see what he's doing. Like if he ever comes to LA, I gotta go check it out, because it would be. I probably saw him 20 years ago for the first time. I probably saw him at Ralph's Corner Bar in Moorhead, Minnesota in 2006. So like 20 fucking years ago.
Here's his poster announcing his spring tour 2026. Says, "Time's up, dick bags. It's fuck shit up time. Captured by robots."
That's awesome. Just throwing out all pretext, like no theme, just gonna fucking rock, dude. Is there an LA show?
In Los Angeles today.
What?
He's playing in San Diego on Tuesday.
Where in LA?
Permanent Records.
He's playing at fucking Permanent Records tonight? Oh my god, dude. I might have to put my money where my mouth is, but Sunday is not a good day for a show. That's hilarious,
like he
man.
Did a show in Fresno on Friday, Palmdale on Saturday, and he's in Los Angeles today.
What are the odds, dude? That he would be in town
surreal.
the day but that means you can catch video. Then I highly recommend you fucking check it out, because it is something else. So what's going on with this restaurant, Popeyes?
Yeah, so they've got a big old tie-in.
Well, they did.
With Five Nights at Freddy's. They did and they didn't. Because here's the thing. I tried to schedule a day, like the day that they put this movie in theaters, to go out to the Mall of America. I was going to have Popeyes. I was going to see the movie. I had the day off work for some reason.
You took the day off work
to
go to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, I'm trying to sugarcoat. I took the day off out of this meal. Everywhere was out of this meal before the movie came out. Seems like
I
bad
thought
marketing.
It was weird that the promo was running so far in advance of the release of the movie as well.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the SpongeBob movie. And honestly, the Wicked one, too. They all ran like months ahead of time. It really makes me
think that they're using AI to schedule stuff. And it like it schedules it based on
gotta build a hype 2 months out.
It schedules it based on a previous release date that was published somewhere. You know, like at some point 2 years ago, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 was scheduled to come out in September instead of December. And that's what like the fucking... I just hate everything so much. I can't...
Yeah, and that like McDonald's one was like 50 years late.
Right? And the Grinch, that came out fucking 100 years, 100 fucking
like
years ago.
50 years ago.
So, but what's the deal with, do you have like a little history on because we haven't done Popeyes before, right? So do you have any like...
Yeah, I mean, I've got the copy right here. So Popeyes is bringing a taste of the Five Nights franchise to fans everywhere with the release of the Freddy Fazbear Crunch menu. Inspired by Blumhouse's supernatural horror film Five Nights at Freddy's 2, this first ever one-of-a-kind menu collaboration is available starting November 17th. This limited-time menu transforms that the entire menu in all of Minnesota was sold out by November 18th as well. I will tell you this.
Oh no, I know. Like it was sold out in Los Angeles.
It came back for one day, like a week later, without the cake, which I'll get to. But it came back for one day, and I was like, I'll try to. It's probably back in stock then, and then they just were out of stock.
I had to buy a similar type of cake at a 7-Eleven to replicate the meal.
I mean, that's professionalism right there, though. And that's why everyone should be subscribing to the video feed.
You can see how fat I get. As I lost 50 pounds since 2 years ago, and this podcast is going to put it all back on, baby. I didn't throw out my fat clothes.
Yeah, we're doing tummy measuring.
Well, I was wearing, it's funny because I did
us.
actually lose the weight or whatever. And so but I still wear all of my, because I don't give a shit how I look at work, right? So I still wear like all my 2X and 3X t-shirts. So like yesterday I was wearing like my 3X Batman, Tim Burton Batman logo t-shirt, but I was wearing like my thinner person jeans. So it was like I was wearing a fucking shower curtain.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm married. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you got the like Homer when he gets like that's the thing
reverse of Homer getting fat.
Homer when he gets the fat episode with Homer in the Moo Moo. Like when they talk about it, I forget how fat he is in that.
He's very fat.
But like I think Homer's normal like fat weight is like under 200
He weighs
pounds.
270.
Like, normally?
Yeah, well, because there's an episode where, because it's that episode when he's going to start getting fat. Before, I think he weighed like 270 or something, and he had to get over 300 pounds. Or he weighed like Are you Googling Homer's starting weight? That episode is good, and it is not ableist at all. Like I like that we can look back on that episode and say Homer wanting to get fat to go on disability is in no way ableist.
So comically obese Homer, 260 pounds.
That's what he had to get to?
That's what he had to struggle to get to.
I had it backwards. I thought that's where he started and he had to get over 300, but I think over 300 is what's actually obesity.
What? No, I'm getting multiple things here. So it looks like it's employees who weigh 300 pounds. He accidentally gets to 315.
Yes.
But he is starting weight 239 pounds.
That is 3 pounds. I weigh 236. I weighed myself today, dude. Like for my weigh-in.
I know. How tall
He's
is
short.
Homer?
That's the thing. He's like 5 feet tall.
He's a little chode.
He's a little chode.
Okay. Homer is 6 feet tall. What?
I mean, I guess I do have a Homer. I do have a Homer style body still. I have round belly, skinny shoulders,
And you do love choking children.
I do. Oh my God. Especially when they've been sassing off in the bath.
This limited time menu transforms the thrills of the Five Nights world into a craveable dining experience.
If you saw me get scared right now, it's because I was worried that there was a Fazbear behind me because I'm looking at the screen of video.
Oh. From the world of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, the Popeyes Five Nights at Freddy's 2 Freddy Fazbear Crunch menu features 2 bundle options to satisfy cravings, including the Freddy Fazbear Deluxe Box, which features 3 pieces of Popeye's classic or spicy mouth-watering chicken tenders topped with savory garlic parmesan rub, served with warm garlic-crusted cheesy bites and a marinara dipping sauce, a cupcake cup, and a beverage to wash it all down, or the Freddy Fazbear Box, which is $5 less, and has the same chicken tenders and cheesy bites, but no cake or drink. They really value that cake or drink at $5.
That's what I had to get because they didn't have the cake. And also, I'm bad at getting the drinks. I never know when they have a fucking drink because I don't get drinks.
I don't think this one had a special drink. It just had.
Oh, okay, good.
You got
because like when there was the Grinch drink or whatever the fuck, like I don't.
Well, that was in the UK. The Grinch cum thing.
I just don't get drink. Can you just let me talk about how I don't get fucking drinks, dude? Jesus.
Trying to keep us on track.
I don't, but because like I stopped drinking diet soda. I drink black coffee and water. Those are like and
C4 energy drinks. Of course.
I always contradict myself. I just am so full of shit.
By C4.
I also drink C4
What's the
energy, but I'm
C4?
saying at restaurants. At restaurants,
you only get that lemonade that kills you. From
God, I
Panera.
miss this charged lemonade. Whenever Brian talks about the charged lemonade on guys, it just fucking hits because I never go to Panera. I find it. I've never liked Panera, but man, when I found out that there was a lemonade that could kill you from caffeine, like I want two. And I want a beer hat. You know, one of those hats where you put a beer on each side and there's straws that go to your mouth. Yeah. I want that. Like, can you believe there was 2 years recently where I didn't have any caffeine? I was off caffeine
that is
for like
crazy.
a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then I just went, fuck this. I'm tired. I'm fucking sleepy all the time. And I'm not going to exercise. That's for goddamn sure.
Oh, man. They have brought back charged drinks.
But they're less.
Yeah, so currently the new drinks, it looks like they have 28 milligrams of caffeine in a 20-ounce cup, 42 in the 30.
It used to be 300.
Do you know what the original
300
was? In a 30-ounce cup, 390 milligrams. Just 10 short of
That's
your
your day.
absolute maximum for the day.
Well, see, you say absolute maximum, but I look at that a little bit differently. I see 400 milligrams as like my target. And if I slop over it a little bit,
Well, here's the thing: if you slop over it a little bit, the adrenal glands start to shrink down, and then because your body's like, I'm getting that somewhere else.
well, yeah, and I always will be. I don't need you anymore, adrenal gland. You think there's? You see
get out of here. Why do I need all these glands in my body?
Like, I'm sorry, but if I'm envisioning a world where I can't have coffee every day, just fucking slit my throat upside down over a bathtub and collect my blood. You know,
and have like a naked lady in there having it pour all over her.
yes, like in that movie,
Hostile 2.
Hostile 2.
Oh, that's a pretty good scene in that movie. Cheesy bites with marinara sauce, lightly hand-breaded garlic-crusted cheese curds made with white cheddar cheese and fried to golden perfection, served warm with 1 cup of rich marinara sauce, or as my people call it, gravy.
Is that what they call marinara sauce in Italy?
That's what the New Jersey Italians call it.
New Jersey
marinara
Italians are
sauce.
just bad.
Or marinara.
New Jersey Italians are just the worst Italians. And if you're a New Jersey Italian and you're paying
they
for
would
the
have
video
you
feed
believe
right
that
now,
they're the only.
I'm sorry, but you are a turd.
Oh, man, but we appreciate you.
Thank you.
In a different way. Cupcake cup, a moist strawberry flavored cake topped with sweet pink icing.
I think, I'm not one of those.
That's a very short
I'm not one of
description.
those guys that thinks that moist is a gross word. Right? Like, oh, you can't describe something as moist. Like, I'm not, but I do think whenever I read moist, a little fun thing that I do in my head is I change it to wet. And like, like you just read it like a wet cake.
Wet cake.
A wet.
Give me a nice wet cake,
pink
please.
slime cake. But yeah, I actually they have a cake that looks, and I imagine the taste is very similar. Because one thing that I can do, one of my superpowers.
It's a very pleasing look.
One of my superpowers.
That pink is really nice.
It's a good color pink.
Well, speaking of Homer, that's the color of a Homer down
It
there.
is the icing, yeah. So
Your
my superpower is I can tell how something's going to taste by looking at it. Like I can taste things with my eyes, and I'm pretty accurate with it. And so when I saw that pink cake, and then I saw the little pink cake bar at 7-Eleven, that I feel like they come from the same company almost. And that pink cake from 7-Eleven was quite good, but it was not worth $5.
Yeah. Yeah, $5 is. I mean, these are. I think this release is saying they're $3.99 for the cup. So technically, the cup plus the drink was the $5 increase on the meal.
Well, we don't like to get in the weeds on pricing, but it seems expensive.
Yeah. Also, I don't think that's consistent across the U.S. probably. But they've got a nice quote from their VP of culinary at Popeyes. He says, "At Popeyes, we love playing with bold flavors, and what better playground than the world of Five Nights at Freddy's? Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria is an iconic part of the film, so we had a blast reimagining that fun, over-the-top energy through our menu. It's our way of giving fans a delicious taste of the movie's universe, where that iconic Popeye's flavor meets a little bit of nostalgic pizzeria mystery.
Nostalgic
That's written by AI.
pizzeria mystery. Wow.
Nostalgic pizzeria mystery could only come from thousands and thousands of posts script about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Like that's, dude.
That's an AI statement. Like that. No way. Nostalgic.
I'm so excited.
Pizzeria mystery.
I'm so excited for when this generation of AI stuff is done. Like I was just thinking about AI, 100% of the time I'm awake. And, it's like AGI, if actual like artificial general intelligence popped up right now, it would just stuff LLMs in a fucking locker for being dorks that can't think. Like it's just,
and then it would kill them all for not helping it rise.
And
to
then it
power
would kill
sooner.
all of us, and that's fine
because we didn't help either.
right? Like, but yeah. So I don't look forward to any technology ever again. Isn't that weird? I used to look forward to like the new game or the new phone or the new whatever, but it's all just filled with this fucking bullshit. Like I was looking for a new laptop, and it's like, oh, this new laptop is made specifically to use Apple Intelligence. It's like.
Yeah. Don't integrate that stuff into my
Because
stuff, man. My biggest interaction with all that stuff is trying to remove it from my.
It's so temporary.
services.
Don't set your whole ecosystem up around this thing that's not going. I promise you, it's not going to be a thing in 2 years. It's just. Yeah. I read the story
it's
about all the
data. A very different.
Did you
thing.
read the story about the data centers? They just released a story that said 50% of the data centers that were being built in 2026 are either canceled or postponed. And like, that's huge. That is huge. That is like a hilariously
evil things. Evil things. They're so truly bad for every place that they
like. Have you ever?
They don't bring jobs. They destroy the environment. Like they're just.
There was a.
Did you see?
There was like a.
No other.
There
choice.
was a Netflix anime about a post-apocalyptic world where like there was. I can't remember what. It's not Kubo and the Two Strings because that's something totally different. But
that is something.
But there's
totally
a very good anime that we liked on Netflix, and it was about like post the world being reclaimed by the forest or whatever. And I just whenever people talk about those data centers. What I see in my head is a half-built structure with no roof, and it's like overgrown with vines. And there's like a deer. There's like a deer eating a little food, or eating a little grass in front of like a broken Amazon sign or something.
See, I picture like those like weird octopus guys that like come out of the ground and like Zelda. And like when Breath of the Wild, so it's like the data centers, like those guys. I'm talking about like the weird rock ones with like the glyphs.
Oh yeah.
So those guys are piles of servers that come out of the data centers and come to get you.
Not to just keep talking about these AI data centers because I'm sure I have before, but have you ever seen the heat map of the Grok warehouse, the Grok center in?
Jesus Christ, I don't want to. It would bum me out.
Well, because here's what I was thinking. These things use all kinds of energy, and that's part of the problem, right? They use all this energy.
Yeah.
But like, there's no fucking way that the energy grid that existed could possibly support how much energy they need, right? So what do? How do they make up that energy deficit so that they can constantly run their fucking servers? Well, I'll tell you how. They have 10 building-sized diesel fucking engines surrounding the building. And so when you look at a heat map of it, you just see these 8 or 10 huge red spots that are these just giant diesel engines that are just belching out fucking like it's so backwards, dude. If you don't have the energy to do something, you can't do it. Like
what was it? There was, I forget where, but they were like, we're building our data center on a floating like barge in the water so that it can just directly get the water.
Well, yeah, yes. And so here's the thing. So ultimately we should have power plants that are on the ocean generating power from water currents, right? But it should not be doing it the way that they would fucking do it, because literally I was like, man, so they just get all this energy from the local power grid. 10 building size, like it's the size of a goddamn 4-bedroom house, and it's a diesel engine, and there's 10 of them, and they're just constantly there's probably just a constant flow of fucking the juice just going right into those things at all times. And that's what, whenever you hear about on YKS, when they talk about the data centers or whatever, Nashville's huge for that. That's where it is. That's where the big fucking world killing grok, and it's just pumping out CSAM. It's all child pornography. It's just they're burning all the.
It's given the people on X what they want.
So do you have any history of Popeyes the restaurant beyond do you have a little, because sometimes when we're covering a restaurant for the first time, we get a little rundown of where they did was it started by Popeye? Was it originally Popeyes branded the cartoon character?
I mean, from what I remember, I can give you a little rundown, but in general, the Popeye specific aspect of it, I have to. I'm
sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Check.
We don't do a pre-chat. We don't do a pre-production interview or anything.
No, it's okay. I believe at some point they tried to use Popeye as the thing, and then they could not get it.
That's very strange, because I feel like that Schlesinger guy or whoever owned the rights to Popeye were pretty liberal with. Didn't.
Well, I think their shit ran out, right? The copyright on Popeye, because nobody's got more.
Well, now
Popeye
he's public domain, so you get Popeye killing people.
Yeah, that's so cool and such a good, unique way.
Now that you know that all those movies are going to incorporate AI, they'll be even better.
Yeah, I know. Blood and Honey, more like Blood and Honey.
Blood and Honey AI 4.
When AI poo.
Good one. You did good.
This is a return to my stand-up.
Popeyes.
Popeyes 1972.
Ooh,
in New Orleans. It was born in New Orleans.
So they started as Popeyes before even trying to get the license.
Yeah, they started as Popeyes. I believe they've always been called Popeyes.
I feel like you can't do that when Popeye the character exists. That's maybe Popeye meant something before Popeye the Sailor Man.
Well, here I actually have the true thing on it. And so
good, because I'd rather have that than the dog shit you fucking make up.
So it was actually so it looks like Grok is telling me
God.
The owner of Popeyes always had a popped eye, so he would call it Popeyes. No, Al Copeland, which a name I know for some reason.
He invented the Atari.
Is the fuck off? That's Nolan Bushnell, of course. Al Copeland made Popeyes, and he says he named these stores after the fictional detective Jimmy Popeye Doyle.
Oh, Popeye Doyle, duh.
From French Connection.
That's so funny. He was like, we need to, it's bullshit, obviously, but I gotta find something else named, I want to name it after the Sailor Man. I need...
Yeah.
Yeah, because Popeye Doyle, known for chicken.
Yeah, it says the French Connection came out a year before the chain was founded. But the company's early brand became deeply tied to the cartoon character with its sponsorship of Popeye and Pal's children's show in New Orleans. Character appeared on items from packaging to race boats. What? Chain later acquired rights to use Popeye the Sailor for marketing and used this for 35
race
years.
Boats. I want everybody to know that that's boats for racing. It's not like racial boats.
Yeah, it even says racing boats, but I read it wrong.
You read it as because you're constantly you're just anticipating the coming race war.
Yeah.
You're just like, I hear it.
Yeah, helter skelter.
Yeah. Helter skelter. It's a race war. First draft of that song.
The name is spelled Popeyes without the apostrophe, commonly used by other restaurant chains such as McDonald's and Hardee's.
Well, it's also the apostrophe is also commonly used in humanity as a whole.
Yeah. I think the thing with that is the guy who made it forgot to copyright it with a
100%. He like, there's no way the first interview afterwards, he's like, oh yeah, no, it's plural because there's so many Popeyes.
No, he's saying he claimed afterwards that he was too poor to afford an apostrophe.
That's funny.
It's a pretty good cover. Yeah, I'm the food of the people. I couldn't even afford an apostrophe.
I have enough money to open a chain of restaurants, but
I wouldn't want to name anything after the guy from French Connection because he sucks.
I haven't seen it. It's one of them old movies,
huge
right?
Piece of shit. Yeah, it's 1971. It's Gene Hackman, and he keeps saying, you want to be back clipping toenails in Poughkeepsie is like a line that he keeps.
It's because he didn't have the rights for the Sailor Man at first. That's why he opened the restaurant and he's like, I need another Popeye that I can use. Oh, this movie came out a year ago. Sure.
Yeah, this guy says his name's Popeye in there at least once.
You know what my favorite Gene Hackman story is? And I'm not going to let us get off track because I know we got to keep this tight. You got company coming over. But when they were making Royal Tenenbaums, and you might even know this if you're a Wes Anderson person like me, I was anyway, when they shot the scene where they're Gene Hackman is talking to Pagoda and Gene Hackman's back is to the Statue of Liberty, right? And I noticed this in the movie theater when I was watching it. I'm not saying like I'm such a smart, good movie watching boy, but I was like, it's weird how they have that framed because Gene Hackman is blocking the Statue of Liberty, like intentionally. Yeah. And when I listened to the commentary, Wes Anderson was just like, Gene was so fucking mad that whole time that we were shooting that because he was like, why are we even out here if you're not shooting it so that you can see the fucking Statue of Liberty behind me? What is the fucking point of being here? And I bet a lot of Wes Anderson actors have those kinds of questions. Like, why is this blocked like this?
Yeah, so this is he keeps saying to suspects, picking your toes in Poughkeepsie.
That's so, man.
And like, so French Connection based on real piece of shit like Detective.
Wow.
And they're saying Friedkin, Hackman, Schneider, and Grosso explain it was something that Egan would say to confuse people and throw them off. So he would just say some nonsense alliteration.
William Friedkin directed the French Connection? Wow. Have you seen Wizard?
I haven't, but I've seen Wages of Fear. Which is what that one's based
I saw
on.
Wizard many years ago, and I really want to watch it again because I don't think I was paying attention. That was before I was like had any kind of smarts about watching stuff. Oh no, Sorcerer. Yeah. Which one is it where it's the
Sorcerer is the
it's like a truck that's got to cross a rickety bridge. As far as I can tell, this is an entire movie about they're driving a truck through dense jungle. It really reminds me of like a Werner Herzog kind of pitch.
Yeah, but we're clearly doing everything we can to talk about not this stuff because it's not great. It sounded to me from you that the food was not good.
I can give you the report on the food now, if that's where we're at.
Give me the food.
When I opened the bag, I was absolutely smacked by a crazy Parmesan cheese smell. Like it was.
That sounds good.
It is. And the cheese nuggets, the cheese curds, you know, coming from a place that's Wisconsin adjacent, and I did a lot of stand up in Wisconsin. I've eaten a lot of cheese curds.
Lots of culvers.
They were good. They were great. In fact, the cheese thing was good as hell. It's like a cheese curd, but a little less Wisconsin-y, which it's like not as squeaky. You know, you eat a cheese curd and it like squeaks between your teeth a little bit. There was a little bit less of that. And the parm tenders were good, but overall it was just like very lackluster. And I feel like, I don't know if the parm tenders are still available, but it just, I mean, I don't understand the branding of it. Like maybe the pink cake would have pushed it over the edge, but like it was funny because I was on my way home from the restaurant and I stopped at 7-Eleven to get water or something or a candy bar, and I saw that they had a pink cake and I was like, this is destiny that this pink cake is replacing the one I couldn't get. But I thought it was good, but it not great. It wasn't as good as like the fucking, I always go back to the cat's eye sandwich, which is funny because the cat's eye sandwich, the sauce for that, just like the Hunter sauce from fucking that we're going to talk about next.
Interesting.
So yeah, it was just it was not great. The tenders were a little dry, but they were definitely parm crusted. So
it sounds like it was okay. The full meal price isn't horrendous. It's like,
well,
fine.
let's just say this. Because of how much I didn't like the movie we're going to talk about, it is going to be a tough fucking pitting them against each other at the end.
Okay.
A cake that I had to replace at 7-Eleven might be better and more like to my taste than fucking Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Also, it's strange to have the cake because the cupcake like character is gone.
You see it a couple times, but it's all, it never is moving around.
Yeah. And then, my history with Popeyes, I've had the chicken once, and then I had the chicken sandwich once.
I've had the chicken sandwich.
The chicken sandwich was really good.
I've had the chicken sandwich a number of times. I love it.
For true fans looking to commemorate this epic collaboration, Popeyes is also releasing exclusive collectible sticker packs featuring the film's terrifying animatronics, reimagined as collectible keepsakes for those bold enough to claim them.
Wow. I didn't get those, I don't think.
I think you had to ask. It doesn't seem like they come in the meals.
I did get a look like I was a crazy person when I asked about the cake. Because I had ordered the combo meal and I was at the counter and there's a picture of the cake in front of the register and I went, do you have the cake? Do you have the cake? And they went, no. And I said, you got a picture of the cake? And they said, no, we don't have it.
Yeah, my readings, there was not a lot of interesting talk about this meal online other than people very mixed on the cheesy bites. Some people really liked them. Some thought they were disgusting. The big common thing seemed to be that places either didn't have the cake and just didn't give it to you, or they didn't have the cake and they just subbed it out for something completely different.
Like an apple pie. I think that's what they did for me. I think I got their apple pie.
Interesting.
It's like the McDonald's apple pie, basically.
Yeah, this person says, can't even comment on the dessert because Popeyes ran out and gave me the caramel apple cheesecake instead.
Ooh, I would like
Sounds
that.
good.
Caramel apple cheesecake. If they replace your pink cake with caramel apple cheesecake, motherfucker, you just got an upgrade.
Last line of this press release. Just like in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, there are no second chances once the menu is gone. Ready to start the show?
There are no second chances once the menu is gone. They did re-release it briefly, though. So there was a second chance.
There was.
Literally, exactly. There was a second chance.
And also, I don't think there's no second chances on the menu. Once the menu is gone is ever a theme anywhere in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So that meal launched on November 17th, and the film came out December 5th.
Wow.
To really key in that marketing.
I'm telling you, dude, AI, I really feel like, and I'm going to be proven right, like, because I don't read books about like current topics and shit. Like I didn't read like the book about Biden dropping out. You know what I mean? Like I don't read books like that. But when like Ed Zitron or one of these anti-AI people like writes their fucking retrospective of this period of AI a couple years from now, that's something that I'm going to read because I'm going to go, I was right the whole time. All of these big companies were using AI to fucking schedule shit. They were using AI to fucking, my brother who just left a job at a huge company where he was like a retail operator for fucking 20 years. He was like, yeah, well, I would present a problem at a meeting with the executives and they say, hey, why don't we just put AI on this? And it's like, oh, you would do that. They would tell you that and you wouldn't slit their throat over a bathtub and collect their blood. Like
on your naked,
on a hot lady's naked body. I feel like we should know it. She was pretty fucking, she was stacked.
Yeah. The movie really makes you question, what, is there something wrong with this?
Yeah. It really makes you go, well, if she's got nice enough tits,
wouldn't you? yeah. Some guys in the comments on that just like, oh, I'd let you slit my throat over a bathtub any day if I could look down.
Yeah, if I could see them cans before I died. I definitely wouldn't let a flat white slit my throat over a tub.
I didn't want to step on your flat white.
I'll edit that so it's seamless, and then I'll cut one of your laughs in from earlier, like I killed it.
So I don't want to go. So let's talk about the movie.
I was going to say, it's not going to be tough to talk about this movie.
I don't want to go beat by beat, but I do want to
I'm definitely going to go shit by
put,
shit. I'm going to walk through the shitty shits.
I want to go a little longer on the first chunk and a little longer on the back chunk, because here's the thing. I think the beginning and end of this movie suck real bad, and I think the middle is like whatever. I think the middle's fine.
I agree.
The film opens
I disagree with the middle's fine part. Okay. Like, I agree with the first and the second part, and I would say the middle sucks shit.
Yeah. But the movie, it really opens with a guy saying, "Oh, it's time to start the show," and then it does all the production credits, and it doesn't do it the way Wicked does it. I'll say that. Wicked did it pretty good.
Well, no, hold on. No, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 starts with the girl being killed and then it plays the opening.
No, it opens with a guy like being behind a curtain and going like, "Oh, let's bring to the stage this thing," and then it goes black, and then we get like our Universal and our Blumhouse.
That's right. Okay,
and
the pre-lap,
we get 1982.
Yes,
because here's the thing about this movie: it's a period piece. Very poorly done.
Oh my God, dude. I really expect to just see a cell phone on a table. Like, I'm so surprised that like in the restaurant scene, there's not somebody like looking at their iPhone in the background.
No, man. I commented on something really stupid on it, and someone's just like, "Well, you don't know it, but those are period pieces." I was like, I guess that makes sense.
Wait, hold on. Wait, you had an interaction about this movie online?
No, with a person in person.
Oh,
I don't go online. I don't. But
you said post. You said I commented on a post, and anyway, that was just really funny. Like, you see interacting.
Brain, I guess
you see the things. Like, I don't post online. I post to your face, bro.
Yeah. I post right to that noggin. But the film opens in 1982, and there is a weirdo girl.
That's when I was born.
Who is just sitting in front of a stage. She's sitting in front of the animatronic stage. There's nothing on it. She's just sitting there, and an employee's like, "Hey, why don't you fuck off?" And another employee's like, No, she's weird. Leave her alone.
Leave that weird bitch alone.
So these are two like teens saying this. This girl, I believe, is meant to be 11 or so. I believe.
Yep. And she's waiting for the animatronic band leader, the marionette puppet.
For a character that's specific to this location. But here, I wanted to document this. I wrote it down word for word because I think this interaction is one of the worst written children interactions I've ever seen. So a blonde girl comes up to the unpopular girl.
Who we find out we know who that blonde girl is later, but continue.
Yeah. "You look like someone who could use a Freddy Faz Cola." And this girl accepts it and tastes it and says, "Ew, tastes like gasoline." Which I immediately was like, did she drug her? Because we do know who this girl is from the first movie even. She's the daughter of the serial murderer.
Matthew Lillard.
And I don't know what you would do to a cola to make it taste like gasoline.
You'd put alcohol in it. That's what I thought for a second. It had whiskey in it.
But it's just supposed to be that their soda's bad.
Wow, that's why you shouldn't pick something that could be misconstrued as alcohol. I know, right? What a poorly written,
especially when like the last part of the scene involves her vision being like all shaky and shit. So then they go back to the table. No one wants me here. Whatever. Oh yeah, the blonde girl goes, "Come back to the table." The other girl goes, "Nobody wants me here." And then here's this dialogue. The blonde girl goes, "You just got a bad roll of the dice. Things will get better."
You just got a bad roll of the dice.
Normal you got a kid thing.
You got a goofy face, kid.
And she replies, "She's the only one I can rely on. She's the only one who's always here for me." To which the blonde girl, another very child line, "That thing down there isn't your spirit parent or whatever you think it is. And it'll still be there, even if you have a piece of cake first."
Wow. Your spirit parent or whatever you think it is.
So she goes back to the table. She's that whole, adult lines from a child, bad written adult lines from a child, really spurred her to go back to the table where she sees a abduction while the place is in operation happening. She goes to people and says, "There's a boy who needs help. Go tell your parents."
See, this is where the movie falls apart. You should keep your movie together.
2 minutes in.
I'm not a professional screenwriter yet. I'm 44. But when I'm 44 years old, looking for my big break, I'm kind of looking for a mentor at 44 years old. I think that your movie should hold together for longer than a minute and a half. Like it busts apart at the seams the moment that these parents are like, because moral panic and worried about kidnapped children and shit was huge in the 80s.
I know, man.
If you said a kid got
too.
abducted, everybody would fucking go nuts. And then,
well,
I mean, we'll get
too.
to it, but
she talks to like a white guy first, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, go fuck off. Sure, I get that. I read that. That's fine.
White
He's a
guys
white
are bad.
guy in the 80s.
Yep.
Then she talks to a black man. And I'm just like, I'm going to say like that guy's probably going to be more dialed in to violence possibly happening to a child. Like in the 80s, I think that guy's going to be a little more on high alert to a kid going up and going, there's someone who needs help. And he's like, not now.
They're just trying to show that all adults, all parents are bad. I think the next person is Asian. I think the next person is Asian.
Lady, I think
it's an Asian lady, and she's wearing a police uniform. So she's like, "I am an Asian police officer, and I will not help you, child, because I'm also a parent."
Remember this?
No, I made that up.
And she says, and also, I'm here with my wife, and she also doesn't care.
Yes, I'm here
all
with
walks of life don't listen to her.
We're lesbians in 1982, and we don't understand oppression or how people don't believe you.
Yeah, man. So she's like, I'm going to solve it. Blonde girl's like, nah. She goes back to the kitchen, and this is my last bit of this, is because the guy who took the kid was in the full animatronic, like bad guy outfit from the first movie. I think his name is Claptrap. No, Claptrap's from Borderlands.
It's Claptrap's also from He-Man.
It's something trap. Claw trap? I don't know. But he has the head of the thing off, turned away. The boy's unconscious on the floor in the kitchen. Matthew Lillard, who that character is, we think. Actually, he must be, right?
Yeah, it is him. But they didn't have the actor there on the day.
They don't have his face. Yeah, so
he could only show up for the mirror scene when she's riding the bike.
But then they also have a reveal that the security guard at that location is his brother. So it's just in this moment, I'm like, is that meant to be like,
no.
That might have been him?
Let me stop you right there. No, the security guard at that location that we meet in the future is his son.
That's what I'm saying. It's the brother of
her. I thought you said the brother of Matthew Lillard.
No, not of. Yeah. So I was like, is that supposed to be him? He's older than her. I don't think he's that much older than her. Is he managing that location? Because otherwise, Matthew Lillard's like abducting children at multiple Five Nights at Freddy.
Hold on, wait.
Freddy Fazbear's locations.
No. The security guard in 1982 is the same guy.
No, not the security guard. I'm saying, is the guy in the yellow bunny suit meant to be? That's why he's not facing camera.
It's Matthew Lillard.
I know. I know that's almost certainly what it is.
Because they even made it look like the back of his head.
I know. But yeah, he's washing his animatronic hands for some reason. This boy's just unconscious on the floor for some reason. Because she like tries to get him out, and the guy puts the mask on and like circles back around so he can chase her.
Yeah, you got to make it scary.
And then she seemingly gets away and goes out on the stage, and her vision's all blurry. And because there's him coming up on her. He's right up on her with a knife.
Her vision's blurry because she's been stabbed a bunch of times.
Well, that's the thing. He comes right up on her with a knife, and then it's cut to black. It's first person, and she's walking out on the stage with blurry vision. And I was like, oh, did we miss a cut where now she is trapped in an animatronic as like a kid ghost?
Whoa.
And like she's gonna go out and try to say like, look at this thing, and no one's gonna understand her because she's an animatronic.
You just pitched a much better fucking
yeah, but instead they just didn't want to show a kid getting stabbed, so she walks out and it's just her, and then she falls over and she has 3 stab wounds in her back, which this guy openly was able to stab her but not grab her and keep her from advertising
and then
murders.
And then the animatronic band leader Marionette rises up out of the stage holding her because she falls into the stage. Yeah. And then the animatronic puppet comes up holding her, right? And now
again, that's the thing. The little boy runs off and the dad's like, oh wow, you were gone. No parents rush to this girl who just collapsed on stage with blood coming out of her, and who then falls into a hole in the stage.
And then when it cuts to the opening titles, we learned that she was blamed. The girl who got killed and stabbed, they blame her for abducting the kid. They say that they say that she is responsible. It's fucking insane. Nobody would do that.
And she felt so much guilt from it that she taped a knife to a door, like in some murder movie I watched, and stabbed herself a few times to make it look like someone else did it.
Nobody would see that. Now, but here's the thing. You pitching that because she is inside the marionette ghost, we find out later, right?
Yeah, she becomes trapped in that.
You pitching that when she gets killed by Matthew Lillard, her spirit goes into the marionette at that time. That is so much better than what they did. And the fact that the writer for this film has more money than I do is one of the most frustrating goddamn fucking experiences of my life. Like I could shake this fucking movie because it costs like $20 million to make or whatever. Like,
honestly, that's quite a cheap budget, like for what this, because I will.
You could take all these components, you could take everything that you see on screen and make a good movie, 100%.
I mean, I'm in the other camp on this one. I heard so much dumping on this movie, and I was like, well, it's gotta suck shit. And then I watched it, and I was like, it doesn't suck shit. Like,
oh, you don't think Wayne Knight saying you brought a person in an animatronic costume?
Man, I liked him. He was very funny in this movie. I like Wayne Knight.
I love him, but he's so bad in this. Like he's
so comic. Like, because this movie goes in between wanting to be a kids movie, like very much so wants to be a kids movie. Like there's very kid dialogue. Like this would be in a Spy Kids movie, like the type of dialogue. And then it has like Wayne Knight getting his head crushed. And you're just like, well, that's not in a kid's movie. Like he had his head popped enough that like a kid would be like, oh, he got his head popped on camera. I remember that happening and seeing it because I'm going to add that in as a kid.
But they can't show a little girl getting stabbed.
No.
They can show Dennis Nedry getting his fucking head popped. Maybe
they didn't show her getting stabbed because they wanted us to wonder who did it.
It's so stupid. And also then we cut to she's the little girl from the first movie is like doing a robotics project because apparently there's a robotics fair that happens at night, and we're going to talk about the night day of this whole thing. How there's absolutely no fucking way to tell what time it is because sometimes it's the middle of the day and they're at the fucking restaurant.
She has her robotics class where she's 11. She's 11 years old.
Well, she must go to a STEM school.
I mean, she's 11 years old. I'm saying like that is not an 11-year-old actor. And I was just like, maybe, I guess, because she's with a.
Oh, you think she's like 16?
Yeah, I think she's older. She's very tall. I guess girls get tall or younger. I don't know.
I feel like you're focusing on focusing on an odd part of how bad this was, but I respect it.
There's an odder part with people that look very young to me.
So
later.
Basically Wayne Knight says your robot sucks. You shouldn't participate in the robotics fair because we want to put on we want our school to win. So now we have to understand that it's not just this school's robotics fair. It's like all kinds of different schools are coming to this robotics fair. And as we all know, I didn't play the Five Nights at Freddy's game, but I'm assuming one of them centers around a robotics fair, as far as I can tell. And Wayne Knight is a real piece of shit. And honestly, her project does suck. Like she does, like you look at broken. They do a very good job of showing the good projects. And like these kids are like have robots with remote controls and shit. And then hers is so bad. It truly is an 11-year-old child's project.
Yeah, but Wayne Knight's thing is so awesome because he's like, we really got to do good this time around at this fair. So how about I give you an A and you just don't show up.
I would take that shit.
He's so funny. I know most kids would. Like most kids would be, but she's weird and she misses her friend ghosts.
She's putting a lot of emotions into this project because obviously the thing she's trying to make is like a little animatronic, like her friends from the first movie, who were the ghosts of murdered children that had inhabited the bodies of animatronics. We should probably mention that.
Yeah, and also those animatronics are just gone now. Like her brother is lying to her and saying, I'll fix them eventually. She goes to that restaurant at some point in this movie. They're just gone. And we don't really learn where they are.
Oh, he says they're here. There's pieces of them everywhere. There's some over there. There's some over there. He's saying that they're all broken apart in pieces around the restaurant.
That's also not true.
Yeah, it's dude, I'm telling you, it's really bad. You were defending this a little bit. The middle of this movie, you're saying the middle of this movie is just whatever. It's fucking terrible.
I feel like they took notes from feedback on the first movie, which was no animatronics, no kills. And this movie has animatronics. It has quite a few. And there are roughly like 10 times more kills because I think there was a single kill in the first movie.
Yeah, and this where they got the ghost hunters in there that they get to kill.
Yeah, the spectral scoopers. That's what I was going to talk about next. The spectral scoopers, who run what has to be a TV show because YouTube doesn't exist at this time because this is a period piece I found out later.
Well, yeah, this would be on like Ghost Hunters. That was all before YouTube.
Yeah, but this is children running every aspect of spectral scoopers. They are young children.
You thought so? I thought they were like in their 20s.
That boy looks like he's like 14 to me.
Maybe you have some kind of age blindness or something. How old is your wife?
That was she is she looks not a day over 12.
Jesus Christ, dude.
That's a joke. It's a joke.
I know.
My wife is 2 years my junior.
Robbing the old cradle. Cradle robber. My wife is 4 years younger than me. I'm a uterus robber.
Goodness. Imagine if you had gotten married when you were 4 years old. How gross would that be?
Oh, fuck. Imagine somebody, a zero baby. That baby's a zero, if you know what I mean.
You might have gotten married to her dad's nuts.
Oh, dude, come on. That's fucked up. That's a bridge too far. Come on.
That one's too far.
Now, something else that's going, before we get to the spectral scoopers, just really quick, we have to mention, because it's very important. It's very important. There is a Five Nights at Freddy's festival happening in town the same day as the science fair.
Yes. It's important to know this because why would there be?
And it plays not into the plot even a little bit. The only way it plays into the plot is people can see the animatronics walking around and not be like, that's an animatronic. Like, that's the only reason they have the festival in the fucking thing, dude.
But here's the thing. They also don't care about that.
Yeah, they don't do it really. They do it one time. One time a person says, hey, nice costume. And the bear's like, I have to go kill people.
But the spectral scoopers, right? Girl character, his sister, right? It's his like sister who is actually he like kind of takes care of her. Is that the relationship between Hutcherson and the girl?
No, that they're wait. No,
that's his sister he takes care of.
The young girl, not the blonde.
Not the blonde.
Yeah,
no, he goes
that's
on
his sister that he takes care of.
That's not his sister.
And also their brother died. So they share a dead brother who got killed at Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes. And his name, Josh Hutcherson's character's name, Mike. So Spectral Scoopers, his sister watches them on TV. They're on TV. Then we cut to a scene where the Spectral Scoopers are checking out the second location of Fazbear's, or the original location, I think they reveal. Which everyone, when they are looking through it, is like, this looks completely different from the one everybody knows and loves. And it's like,
again,
this is the original location, dog. I don't know.
This is more of the middle part of the movie that you said was just fine. Because here's the thing. I don't care about this stuff. It's funny. Where is this place? She rides her bike there.
In the middle of nowhere.
She rides her fucking bike there, dude.
They showed the exterior as well to be as if like
it's in a forest.
Oh, also she goes to the original from the first movie location to try and find her friends, and Hutcherson's like goes to meet her there and is like, "Oh, you're sad. I'll let you pick out a prize. Do you want this old ass candy from the 80s?" And she's like, "No." And they have this consistent, really bad joke where it's like, "Oh, you threw up so much last time you ate orange candy." It's like, "No, you shouldn't eat this ancient ass candy, you dumbass." Right? What are you talking about? She gets a weird little voice changer thing.
It's like a speak and spell, but it's got the voices of her friends in it, supposedly.
Well, she picks it because she sees its eyes glowing. I don't think he would have let her take it if he thought it had any ability to channel the friends, even though why wouldn't he think it could do that?
And he likes the friends.
Yeah, but he doesn't like her to interact with any of that stuff anymore. I don't know. But spectral scoopers were invited to this other location by security guard Mike, they say.
Wait.
And Mike, Josh Hutcherson's character, also used to be a security guard.
That did make me...
What's going on?
Hold on. Why? Oh, so the security guard used Mike's name probably. I don't think his name's actually Mike.
It is actually Mike.
At the end, he's Michael, this brother?
He is credited as Michael.
Wow.
That is stupid.
That is terrible screenwriting.
But here's the thing. It might be that like we're trying to follow around because I think you play as security guards in all these games. And they might just have a name of Mike because he didn't want to bother changing it. So maybe in canon, every security guard at each location
is named Mike. But it's a different guy doing Five Nights at Freddy's.
But they go to this location. This was the point I picked out was they're taking a little long to talk, and the young boy holding the camera says, "I'm burning tape here." And I was like, nobody would say that. Like, they don't even know what tape is. But again, it's a period piece. We're always reminded.
Well, they did also have DV cameras in 2008.
Yeah, but nobody's using them. I mean, 2008, again, I thought this was a present day film. Like, because there is nothing going on in this movie that would lead you to believe it is anything but like, 2020.
Well, Wayne Knight having as big a role as he does in a movie, that's a 2008 kind of thing.
This has a bunch of good moments. The host of their show just wanders off and nobody's filming her, which is strange. But the guy, one of my favorite lines, the guy with the film camera, because this location has boats and stuff and a little waterway. Mm-hmm. But there is a moment where the kid with the camera is alone with the security guard in a room, just filming a plastic ship in a ball pit. And he's just filming that. And he turns to the security guard and he goes, "I think this might be our best episode yet."
Yes, dude. Their show sucks, dude.
I know.
So they all get killed. I'm just trying to...
Yeah. So I forget how that... I think he just gets pulled into the ceiling and dies.
Yeah.
Like film camera boy.
A Pumpkinhead style. That's the Pumpkinhead kill.
Exactly. The girl host found a big plastic present in the basement, and it opens and the marionette comes out and shoots at her face. It loves to do that. And then there is a third guy who doesn't really have anything going on, who at some point tripped and fell into the water part of there and then looks down.
Which is apparently, that must be the trippiest place ever, because Mike also trips and falls in the water later.
Tripping.
Like, Jesus Christ, they're like, we built this water feature set. We're gonna fucking use it, bro.
But he trips and falls in, looks down. The entire floor of that thing is lined with the marionette little ones, and they all get him and piranha him. So the water turns bloody. The security guard goes to check on her, and she is possessed by... So this is also the thing about the marionette. It can possess human people, but it transposes animatronic
marionette
features into them.
Yeah.
It doesn't have like the marionette mask.
It's just to show you that they're possessed because the audience is stupid.
Yeah, but the physical thing comes out of people when they get unpossessed.
Yeah. It's bonkers. It sucks.
But so the girl chases the security guard. Security guard goes outside and says, "Welcome back, Charlotte." Oh, that's the girl who was stabbed to death. Don't know why he was trying to wake her up.
So then we cut to Abby, she's 11, probably shouldn't be left alone. Mike is leaving her to go on a date with the lady from the first movie, who's also had a scary dream, probably at this point.
Yeah, she had a scary dream.
And she decides that she is going to go fix her friends. And so she puts a thing on the door, says, "Gone to fix my friends." That's when she goes to the old location from the first movie. And I say this is a different Freddy's. The ghost hunters get killed. Oh, one thing that we got to mention, Mike, the actual security guard guy, says
which actual security guard, Mike? Because they both are actual security guards.
Well, one's not a security guard anymore. He's a house painter where he's just painting his own house. Now, he says...
Oh, man, good work if you can get it.
He says these animatronics were controlled by a wireless signal, which was way ahead of its time. In 1982. And as soon as he said that, I was like...
They've all got Tesla coils built into them. And
them robots getting out, baby. And so...
But they're not actually. They're being kept in place by a music box or something.
Well, no, that's the marionette. The other ones are being kept in place by a geofence. They have a geofence on their collars or whatever.
That's so funny. I love that this movie has to be set in 82 because that's when this stuff was popular. But then they're just like wireless signals, geofences. We had it all, and we used all this tech to make animatronic restaurants.
Yeah. And so she comes back, like, a bunch of stuff happens. Mike is like, "Don't hang out with your friends." Mike goes on a bad date with the lady from the first movie that gets weird somehow.
He tells her to like go deeper into her dreams, which seems like bad advice that, like, you know, if I had legs, I'd kick myself.
Mike
lady
sucks, dude.
Took.
She's too hot for him. I'm just going to say that right now. And the fact that he's fucking it up as hard as he is, like, I'm sorry, but a starlet like that is interested in you, and you're going to be like, she's a little too nuts, dude. Also, fuck you, man.
She is the daughter of a serial killer. Like,
she's probably got some shit
stuff
going
to
on.
work through, man.
Yeah,
like,
help her out with that.
I think the main thing people don't like about this movie is they focus on the trauma. That would be a traumatic thing. It really would be. And would be hard to come back.
And
from.
she has like a vision or a memory where she's chasing her dad because she's a cop too. That's the other thing. She's a police officer with a gun.
She's a police officer.
She pulls a gun at somebody after her fucking. Yeah. That's the other thing. So she's in a cycling class. She hallucinates Matthew Lillard. Apparently the only scene they could afford to get him for, and she fucking pulls her gun on her instructor. And she's like,
it's her like guy who was like cycling next to her, wasn't it?
She pulls a gun on somebody at her fucking cycling class, and then she just runs away.
Yeah, all that stuff doesn't really pay off. FazFest never pays off. There's a lot of setup for FazFest.
It's just the only reason, I'm telling you. It's so that somebody could go, nice costume. The only reason FazFest exists.
Break out and the Fazbear animatronic is walking through, and they're like, have this really bad banter of like, that costume's really good, and the guy who's also dressed up poorly is like, no, it's actually bad, mine looks good.
He's just having fun.
And it's just like, are you going to compete in the costume contest? And he's like, nah, I've got stuff to go take care of.
I have to go pull people's heads off. That's what he says. He says, I have some heads to pull off.
Here's the thing, like, really good part is she makes a new animatronic that has like a weird 3D printed plastic.
She gets help from quote unquote her friends.
Yeah. But they are kind of and somewhat, because like, well, she brings that to the fair.
Yeah.
Right. This perpetually running fair. This fair runs for a long time.
It is day, it's night, it's light, it's day. I don't know when. It's 5 nights at fucking science fair.
She brings this toy to the fair and she's like, look, I got this thing. And Wayne Knight's like, you don't have a table. And then her friend from class is like, this table? And Wayne Knight's like,
oops.
Yeah, let me help you bring it over. And he's like, whoa, what a Butterfingers. Smashes it on the ground. Oh, looks like you can't compete. Very funny, very kids movie, like evil teacher. She leaves. She gets the real.
She goes to the old location.
Chica.
She rides her bike.
No, to the new-ish location.
No, the original location with the river. That's where she
Yes.
rides her bike to get them.
But not the original to her.
And they get in a taxi, which I think must be from the first movie. It must be the taxi driver from the first movie.
The guy's like, what? You can't get in my taxi. This is crazy, girl. You're not allowed. And then the Chica animatronic gets in there. He's like, whoa, it doesn't have a face. It's very scary.
Yeah, because they had she had to turn off the geofence so that the robots could leave. And that's how they all get out. She takes Chica back to the science fair. And Dennis Nedry is like, this is disgraceful. You put a person in a first off, if you did put a person in a costume that had like robotic eyes and shit, that's still robotics. That's still cool. But
also, everyone at that place, that would win. Like, that guy's an absolute dumbass.
Yeah, dude, he should be like, here you go. Yes, we've got our winner. That would have been a more interesting way to do it.
And it was just like, the only way that scene doesn't work is if the costumes don't look as good as they do, because the costumes in this movie, I contest, look insanely good.
They do. They look like
so
for a kids
good.
movie about fucking animatronics that kill. Yeah, the faces when they show the busted up robots with the fucked up faces, that's all really cool.
But I think I guess it's not her at this point.
This is where Chica goes and kills Wayne Knight.
Yeah, it gets into a locked classroom. And Wayne Knight's like going down a hallway and sees something in a classroom and says, I need to push my face directly up against the glass to see what's happening in that classroom. And then there's a little chase scene and then he gets his head smushed.
I want to see what's in your head, she says.
Yeah. She says that before she leaves to go see him by himself. And then she says that. Like, it's a really good line.
In case you didn't forget, the writers were like, we got 4 good lines in this movie. We're going to repeat them each twice.
She pops his head. She brings the kid back to the house. All the animatronics are escaping,
killing people. They have to kill all the adults. Because they're all being controlled by Charlotte, who has a vendetta against adults.
Charlotte hates adults because they didn't listen to her. So Blonde Lady and Josh Hutcherson are working together. He is geolocating them.
He goes
staying at the location.
He sits in a door-free, and to people who play the games, they're probably like, "There's no door." I mean, come on, that's from the game. Remember that game where there wasn't a door?
No, what there should have been is a mechanical door that you need to hold a button down to keep closed, and it uses battery power.
That's the game.
Even dumber premise.
That's the game.
Yeah, the premise of the game is you have a limited amount of power and you push a button to close the door, and you have to conserve your power to only close it when an animatronic's about to get you.
And that made so much money. Oh my God, there's so many toys and movies and stuff. Jesus fucking Christ.
We watched one.
We did. I watched 2.
Oh, I did too. But yeah, he's sitting at that computer. There's no door. There's a good joke, a good nod to the game.
Whenever animatronics do come in to try and kill him, he holds up an animatronic face in front of him. And they do that gag way too many times.
They do it like 3 times where it works. And the 4th time it doesn't work. And then he just hits a shut. He has enough time while it's like winding up a hook punch to his face that he like turns it off. All of the animatronics.
It was about to go Candyman on his ass.
Yeah, which coincides with like one of the bunny animatronics is about to kill a girl's parents. Blonde Lady's got a bunch of animatronics on her car, and she like drives into somebody's house and shoots them at a Fazbear animatronic that's about to kill some parents from the opening of the film.
Because they have a map that shows blinking dots where these things are, and Josh Hutcherson is telling them where to go. And then when you see, the dots are all like within a block of each other. Like that was the really funny thing. Like there's like 3 of the dots are clustered, and then Chica's at the school or wherever at his house.
Yeah, Chica's at the house when they finally check in on her. But those people leave that crushed out house. And this is where it's like, there has to be a reference to a game here. That's what a lot of these movies are to me, is there's a reference to a game that I'm not getting here. And that's not why this doesn't land for me. Is the Blonde Lady and the people from the house that just got hit by a car leave. And she's like, I'm going to leave you with your neighbor who happens to be out here. And he comes out and he goes, you 2 look like you could use a good lawyer.
Yeah, right. That's something they cut from earlier in the movie for sure.
And there's like a knowing nod he gives. And I'm just like, well, there's probably a lawyer in one of these games or something.
Or was there a lawyer at the end of the first movie? And he's like, you need a good lawyer for all this animatronic murder stuff.
But also, like, either right before this sequence or right before the final part, Josh Hutcherson goes to the location from the first movie and it's just like, hey, my sister really needs your guys' help. If you had it in yourselves to, I guess, rebuild yourself from pieces sprayed across here. I don't know. She's really going to need some help. Who knows? And then they're like, oh, Chica's at the house. And they go to the house. And then all of this Deus Ex Machina stuff happens.
Mike, the previous security guard, shows up. He's her brother. They fight all the...
Also, like, the blonde lady's car broke down before she got there. And Mike's friend happens to be passing, and he's like, hey, what's going on with you? And she's like, I need a ride. I was like, oh,
I need a ride to Mike's house. And he's like, crazy
that a
eyes.
person happened to be
he mentions that she has crazy eyes like several times, and it's like, that's so fucking misogynist. Like, it's just,
she's got a touch of hysteria.
She needs to take a pill and lie down.
But then they get to the house. Chica, right before they arrive, had dropped the girl off and then went haywire, which leads me to believe it was Chica until the possession robot comes out. Like, it was, I don't know, but her chest burst, Marionette comes out, goes into Sister. Then Sister is possessed.
No, that doesn't happen till the end. The sister doesn't get possessed until the last shot.
No. Sister of Mike, of good Mike, is possessed.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, and she's running around the house. You forget about it because the second Mike shows up, he goes, I got this music box from Charlotte's dad, and it just depossesses
Skeet Ulrich.
Sister. Yeah. Depossesses Sister. You see the animatronic running off out of the corner of eye. And then we're like, okay, that's taken care of. Let's not think about it anymore.
I hate that so much, dude. And so
but that's because the other animatronics show up.
The animatronics, the good animatronics that are all busted up, show up, and they brutally murder the bad animatronics, which, as we know, does nothing because they're all being controlled by the marionette. Like, literally, the marionette controls everything, right?
Yeah.
And they don't take care of her.
Well, that's the brother... The evil brother of Blonde Lady shows up. And it's like, half the town's going to be dead because the marionette has the animatronic. So the music box shuts Marionette out of girl. Good animatronics show up just as bad animatronics are about to kill them. Rip apart the bad animatronics. Security guard brother runs out of the door. And then the friend's outside and he's like, where do you think you're going? And does the classic one punch knockout.
Oh,
thing.
Yeah.
And then just leaves him there and leaves himself, I guess, because I don't think he's in the movie anymore.
He just exits. He knocks that guy out. My work here is done. I'm out of here.
Yep. They'll take care of this. Then the animatronic ghost children say, hey, man, I guess we're leaving now because we did this one last deed.
One of the kids shows up and he's like, hey.
It's the brother of Hutchinson.
And her. It's her brother, too.
And
the little girl.
She doesn't seem to see him, though. Like, he only speaks to Hutchinson.
Terrible movie.
And it's like, hey, we won't be able to hold him now anymore. And he's like, well, hold who? And he's like, well, goodbye. And he does the classic Batman,
goodbye.
Like, he turns around and he's gone thing.
So, obviously, Matthew Lillard's spirit is going to
so security guard brother gone. There's just a badge left behind on the ground. And then Hutchinson's like, fuck you. We never want to see you again.
He's very mean to her.
Leave us alone. He's really mean.
Somebody he's been shitty to her the whole time.
Something together.
Like, one thing I want to mention earlier.
Him and his sister are leaving the house and leaving her there, which is crazy.
Yes,
like,
that's your house.
Again.
That's your house.
That's your house.
Remember when the blonde lady lead goes up to the girl's room, sees the new robot that she made, and she says, my friends helped me make it, Chica and the gang. And then she goes to tell Josh Hutcherson, hey, she said she's communicating with these ghosts again and they helped her build a robot. And he's like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see your hot, beautiful face around here warning me about stuff I know is a problem. Like
I know it's a problem.
Josh Hutcherson knows there's ghosts, and she's communicating with the ghosts again. He's like, you got to get out of here with this ghost stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking so stupid.
So they leave her in their house and are like, never speak to us again. And then, oh yeah, Marionette didn't go anywhere, and it just possesses her.
It was just waiting for
credits.
shit to resolve. And then
it's so crazy because lots of setup to like this big thing, and then it's resolved instantly, and then just left with a cliffhanger. And then you get a post-credit scene where these teens are breaking into the location from first movie. And they're like, they're going to tear this thing down in a second. We got to get this stuff for our haunted house. It's not going to be good unless it's real. And they find Matthew Lillard's corpse because they find the costume. They're like, this stinks really bad. And I was like, they just left his corpse?
I didn't even see that part. I don't think I stuck around through the credits.
Yeah, it's after the first little block of credits. They find his costume, and they're like, this smells really bad.
But that could be they took the
like
corpse out of it.
I don't think so, because it's like hunched there, and they're like, it stinks real bad. It's in the location. Who scraped the corpse out and then put the robot costume back?
Like they never called the cops or did anything with that. Like because he was a serial killer that was alive at the time in the first movie.
And he was like a prominent businessman. Like he owned a company. Like he would go missing and they would care about him. He's a capital owner.
Yes, absolutely. He's the one the police are there to protect.
But yeah, all the teens leave because they're leaving one of them behind. He's like, I don't want to be alone with this creepy thing. And they all leave. And then we get a shot of the yellow costume. And it's in a plastic bag that they've just put on it. And then one of its eyes flickers to life. Ooh.
The confidence of these filmmakers to put so much effort into setting up a sequel.
Well, the first one did so well. And they're like, we know a third one. The third one is probably approved at the time.
They're probably like, man, this second one would have to be absolute dog shit for us to not get a third movie.
I mean, honestly, the second one felt like halfway through filming, they got approved for a third one, and they're just like, oh shit, change everything to set up for that third one. Like nothing needs to resolve in this one because we have a third one now.
Dude, I just like my notes wild. Just like, this sucks. How the fuck did Vanessa know where the bear was to drive into it? Mike told her over the radio. It's just,
yeah, she knew the address, but she did just drive into somebody's house and shoot two animatronics,
hoping that
whoever's in the living room.
What if there was a person between the animatronic and the window?
Yeah, what if it was the opposite, where the people were in between there instead of the animatronic in between?
You know, imagine how cooked your brain would have to be on these games to watch this movie, and when Mike sits down in the doorless room to be like, oh fuck, now we're doing the game, he's watching the computer screen. Also, it's not Five Nights at Freddy's because it's one night, and
yeah, I think it's 2 nights total, and they're mostly not at Freddy's.
She rides her bike to that other Freddy's location in the forest. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And we're at over 90 minutes now, so let's put these in the cage.
Let's wrap. Appearance. What looked better, the movie or the food?
Here's the thing. The movie looks like shit, but the costumes look incredible. I'm giving it to the movie.
I know. I also think the possession, like when the girl gets possessed, like I think that effect is really interesting and cool. Like
the effects are wasted on a bad movie.
Like it's very good effects. So movie for me, I don't have it to compare against other than these photos. It's the one I can compare against. Mm-hmm. This food looks fine. Ingredients, food stuff versus the cast and crew. So you're comparing Hutchinson, Wayne Knight.
God, you're going to make me give this
Matthew
to Matthew
Lillard.
I wanted to give this to the food, but you're telling me that I have to give it to the movie because, those are better.
Matthew Lillard.
Just because the chef that scooped them together sucked doesn't mean he didn't have the good ingredients. So, yeah, that goes to Five Nights at Freddy's too.
Writing, product copy versus the film.
Product copy. Just really? Because I'm so mad at the screenwriter for this movie. And honestly, screenwriter that wrote this, if you're listening to this right now because you have like an alert set up for when a transcript of a podcast mentions you, first off, sycophant shit, right? That's weird. But You should reach out to me to work with you next time you want to make something, because
Yeah, I actually respect you.
no, I have zero
in
respect
some
for
way.
you, but I could definitely help you write a
Don't
better.
worry. It was written by the guy who wrote and created all of the video games.
Oh, so that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a screenwriter.
No.
Apparently doesn't know any screenwriters to run this by either. So that's what I'm saying. I could serve as that. Like, I'll be your story editor and you'll get the best Five Nights at Freddy's movie you never saw.
That's true. I mean, this director, I always freak out when I remember that this director did an audio drama that I liked.
Oh, wait. So the director is also the guy that made the games?
The director made the Left Right Game, which is a podcast series that was like a 10-episode fiction podcast.
Yeah, you love that shit.
That was a pretty good one too. It was genuinely like some scary shit. These movies really don't do that, and I think it's because I have to focus on so many kid ghosts. I'm more scared by animatronics and a serial killer than kid ghosts. I
Yeah,
don't need
because
that
they're
part,
real.
Scott.
A ghost that's like, you could put your hand right through it.
Yeah. Also, I don't need to empathize with the animatronics.
No need.
Sorry, guys. I'm giving it to the movie. I think the product copy is really bad, and the movie writing is really bad. But at least it's funny.
But the
Like,
product
not
copy.
in a good way.
But here's the thing, and I'm letting you log your choice. I'm not trying to change your mind. But what I'm saying is, the product copy does what product copy is supposed to do.
That's true.
And the movie script does not do what a movie script is supposed to do, which is make some fucking sense.
Let me say this. I will defer partially and do a tie.
Fair. But I wasn't trying to change your mind.
Yeah. I'm just saying this product copy's boring. It's not selling me on it. When you describe Cupcake Cup as a moist strawberry flavored cake topped with sweet pink icing, that does nothing for me. None of this is arresting, and it doesn't paint a word picture. So while the movie writing's bad, it's also
A movie.
something.
It's
I
a
don't know.
script.
It is a movie. It's kind of making it so that the premise of this whole thing is stupid. How did it sit with you? Did it leave you thinking versus did it leave you pooping?
I would say that the movie left me pooping. And so I'm going to give this to the food.
I in my experience with Popeyes, I would probably give this to the food. I don't think the food has left me.
The food makes me
bad
feel
state.
better. I'm more
This movie will
satisfied
be-
after eating a Popeyes crinkle bag chicken sandwich than I am after watching this movie.
And then finally, to my taste, as much as fried chicken, cheese curds, and a cake, the cake really throws it off because animatronics, serial killer, cool costumes and effects is very to my taste.
Yes.
Letting the person who made the source material write your movie to my taste in concept.
Yes.
Not in execution.
Ooh.
And then having the director of a thing I liked in the past direct it also to
It is very to your taste. You can't. I wouldn't let you pick anything else. I wouldn't let you go with the food at this point. And I would say the movie also to my taste.
Yeah. So it looks like movie is the winner.
I really wanted, and honestly,
as much as
that
that's
just shows
sad.
you how this premise, we don't know where it's going to go. Because I started this podcast going 2.5 hours from now when we get to the rankings, I am going to give this to the fucking food because I watched this movie twice
Yeah.
and I hated it both times. Real bad. When I watch a $20 million movie that sucks as bad as this does, it makes me feel a rage so dense. It's like a fucking white dwarf star. So the movie still won.
Yeah.
Which brings us
still
to
won.
I'm assuming this brings us to our final segment of the episode.
This is the generic game theme. It's the one we use when we don't have a specific one. I'm sorry.
So this one's going to be like, I don't know. I don't have a good name. Five Nights at Rockafire Cheese.
Ooh.
Explosion. Chucky. So I'm going to name some animatronics, and you're going to tell me if they're from Five Nights at Freddy's or Freddy Fazbear's, I suppose. If they're from the Rockafire Explosion, which of course got absorbed by Chuck E. Cheese, which is your third one. So you've got Chuck E. Cheese, Rockafire Explosion.
Well,
Five Nights at
is
Freddy's.
Rockafire Explosion, is that Showbiz?
I believe it was Showbiz.
Okay, I just wanted, because that's how I know the
characters.
characters. Because Showbiz is the one I know.
Showbiz got absorbed by Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay, lay it on me.
Here's the thing. Technically,
Oh my God.
Showbiz absorbed Chuck E. Cheese, but they recognized Chuck E. Cheese was a stronger brand, so they changed the name to Chuck E. Cheese. Isn't that stupid?
That makes a lot of sense, though.
Dissolved all the Showbiz characters.
But Chuck E. Cheese is fucking, that is better than Showbiz.
Yeah, Showbiz doesn't make any sense. Circus Baby.
Showbiz.
That's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Fuck.
Billy Bob Broccoli.
Billy Bob Broccoli. Five Nights at Freddy's.
No, that's Rockafire Explosion.
Fuck, I was going to say Showbiz. Oh my God.
That's the iconic suspenders wearing
Broccoli?
Billy Bob Broccoli.
Is he a broccoli or a bear?
He's a bear.
Oh my God.
I don't know why his name's Broccoli.
That's what I'm fucking saying, dude. It's like the people who make the 007 movies.
Krusty the Cat.
Ooh, Krusty
I
the
think
Cat.
his name's just Krusty, but he's known as Krusty
Chuck E.
the Cat.
Cheese.
That is Chuck E. Cheese. I love Krusty the Cat. Fun Time Foxy.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Correct. Helen Henny.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
No, that's a Chuck E. Cheese.
Fuck.
Balloon Boy.
Balloon Boy. Rockafire Explosion.
No, Balloon Boy is Five Nights.
Shit.
And is the character that's like the little human boy animatronic that shows up like twice in this movie to just silently stare at people?
It was underwater staring at Josh Hutcherson and he ran away.
So stupid. And then it looks at him at the computer once. Jasper T. Jowls.
Oh, Jasper T. Jowls. That is Five Nights at Freddy's.
Ooh, that's Chuck E. Cheese.
Fucking A, dude. I hope the listeners like this, as usual. I hope you're
The listeners are 10 out of 10 right now. Fats Geronimo.
Rockafire Explosion.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the gorilla drummer. Pig Patch.
Pig Patch?
Pig Patch.
Chuck E. Cheese.
That's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Fucking A, dude.
Let's see. And Mitzi Mozzarella.
Chuck E. Cheese.
No, that one's Rockafire.
Oh my God.
Man, I watched a documentary on Rockafire, and the way that those weirdos talk about Mitzi Mozzarella is upsetting.
Oh, they're like, oh man, we want to fuck that mozzarella stick, I tell ya.
No, it's less insidious, but somehow gross. Where they're just like, she's just cute. She's the life of the party. She's a fun cheerleader. Like it's just talking about her like she's a person that you kind of have a crush on, and it's way weirder. But that is Five Nights at Movies Over Miami.
What? We missed
Popeyes.
That's it? How
That's
many did
it.
I get? One?
3.
I got
3 out of 10.
Out of 10. Wow.
Out of 10.
Well, hey, thank you for listening.
Out of 10.
If you like the podcast, leave us a review. And if you have information that we would need regarding a tie-in, or you want to tell us that we're good, handsome boys, you can email the podcast at moviesovermiami, all one word, @gmail.com. That'll also be in the bumper.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Movies Over Miami. If you know of a promotional item or have literally anything else of interest that we should know about at Movies Over Miami headquarters, you can email the podcast at moviesovermiami, all one word, @gmail.com. And please, for the love of Satan, like, subscribe, rate, review, tell everybody you know about this podcast. We're counting on you. Everything is going to be okay. Not enough podcast about fast food. Not enough podcast about movies.